Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Brittany Tarwater with an update on the search for now 6-year-old Summer Wells. Crews are back in Hawkins County, going back to the areas of interest on a small-scale search. That's what we're told this is being called. Searching again. It's been nearly 9 months since Summer Wells went missing from her home in Hawkins County. That's where she was last reported seen. We have a little bit of information that we can share with you on this full screen that gives us some of the details of what we're looking for, and again, her picture, so we are reminded of who she is, what she looks like, and the little girl that everyone is desperate to find. She's been missing since June 15th, 2021. That is nearly 9 months, as we're now in March, nearly 9 months since she has been gone. TBI and Hawkins County are confirming to us that they are back in the Beech Creek area searching again for Summer Wells. And we'll go over why they are back out there in just a moment. They tell us that teams have been focusing on previously identified areas of interest close to her home in Hawkins County. It's very rural. There's a lot of trees and brush in that area, and they want to make sure that no stone is left unturned. They have been getting lots of misinformation, tips that are from uncredible sources on social media, but they do ask and continue to ask that if you have legitimate, credible information, that you please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Now, we'll go back to why they are searching in the area. They're searching again. This is not the first time. It's not even the second or third time they've revisited this area, and that is because it has been so many months, and we have made it to and through the winter months, and the terrain has changed. Some of those trees and the brush, some of the density is scaled back because it just because of the seasons and because it changes. So because it's a little easier for crews to search, they will revisit areas that have already been of high interest. It's a small scale search. We're in day 2 now. Crews began this yesterday. We actually just got off the phone with officials who are involved in this search, and they told us that they are wrapped up for today, but they will be back out again tomorrow. And we'll blow this up and show you a little bit more on what we can see dogs out here, several people involved in this. There's the creek. We knew that this creek was close by to where Summer lived, that this is an area where those children tend to play, but they're back out looking for any detail that may have been previously unnoticed. Here we are again with more crews close again to this creek, and you can see the terrain is just different than it was when crews were out originally searching for Summer Wells. They have been searching through the air, on land, in the water, and we can revisit some of these previously some of these texts and tweets that were out previously on the search, this one dating back to December. So they have revisited the areas several different times, just hoping that there will be some piece of information that comes as a breakthrough in the search for Summer Wells. And we're just going to revisit some of this because it has been so many months and so many people have been involved in this search over and over and over again, just hoping to find some information that leads to the whereabouts of Summer Wells. We'll show you her pictures again. I'm sure you've seen these now. We've been showing them to you ever since we got the report that she has been missing. Again, that was back in June. She has since had a birthday. Her birthday was last month, almost a month ago, where it was her 6th birthday. And crews, people in the area got together to celebrate that birthday, unfortunately, without her. But remembering to keep her spirit with them and her picture on the forefront of people's minds, as now we're creeping up on 9 months since Summer Wells has been missing. We have a little bit more information on some details in the family. Summer's father, Don Wells, who we have spoken to, and we're going to show you a story that we have with him in just a few minutes, an exclusive invitation that we got from the family to go visit them and get a feel for where they are mentally and throughout this search. But since in recent months, her father, Don Wells, was arrested We have his mugshot here for DUI, which comes with, in this situation, 11 months and 29 days in jail because it was also a violation of parole. So her father, Don Wells, right now is in jail on a DUI charge. That was also a violation of parole. Her brothers, we are also told several months ago, were removed from the home by Child Services because they deemed that the home was no longer safe. That was the report that we got from the family. They tell us that the home was not safe to Summer's brothers just because of the attention that was focused on the family's home in Hawkins County. The family has continued to stick to what their version of the story right now is, that she was abducted from the home. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office has continued to tell us that there is no credible information that would lead them to believe that that was in fact what happened to her. If you're just catching up on this case, or if you have been following but you want to go in on some of the details, we have a detailed timeline, the summary of events that happens throughout the 9 months almost since she has been missing. And it can revisit all of the updates and new information, everything that we have reported to you over the last several months, that you can visit here on your WVLT News app or on WVLT.tv. And there are pages and pages of updates that we've reported since June, since she went missing. If you'd like to revisit some of those details, there, in this case, as you know, the Summer Wells Reward Fund that you can see right here, up to more than $70,000, and that has been extended through June, which would mark the 1 year point. Hopefully we do not get that far, but would be the 1 year mark since Summer went missing from her home in Hawkins County on Ben Hill Road, a very rural, again, area. A place that crews have told us over and over again is just because of its density, because of the terrain, it's been very difficult to search, and that is why they're going back out again and again, today included, and tomorrow as well, for day 3 of this small-scale search that is focusing on areas of previously identified interests. So they have a little bit of a narrow scope now on where these crews are going to be positioned, how they're going to be searching, and we have been in close contact with the TBI and with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. We just got off the phone with them asking for updates and information regarding their search and what they're looking for, why they are back out. And the Hawkins County Sheriff tells us that there is no specific reason they're choosing this week as another opportunity to revisit some of the terrain and conduct this small-scale search, that they're just doing it so that they make sure that they didn't previously miss any details. But there was no tip, there wasn't a piece of information that was new to them that led to this search. So they will continue to operate in this manner until, of course, more credible information surfaces regarding where Summer could be. Going back to the family and to the father, Don Wells, he invited our Erica Lunsford back in September, exclusively invited Erica Lunsford to their home to get a feel for where they live, how the family is doing. And I'm going to show you that clip right now.
And we'd get on them a lot, and so you can't do that, but it just, you know, we'd always find it open a lot of times and stuff, and so we tried to control that, but to know, you know, they couldn't control it 100% of the time.
Don Wells tells me Summer was last seen going to the basement to play with her toys. Her 3 older brothers upstairs, her mother and grandmother in the yard facing away from the basement door, and Don Wells at work.
We don't know if someone was waiting in the basement or if she come outside here and went to the swing. All we know is she went down the basement.
Wells says he believes someone was lurking at the top of the dog trail, just feet away from the basement door. He says the predator somehow managed to snatch Summer, then raced down the steep hill as she struggled.
I guess you guys want to walk down through here?
Mm-hmm. The trail was not an easy walk. To get down the rugged hill, Wells and I had to hold on to trees. I struggled not to trip or even fall on tree roots.
And you can slide a little bit.
So the dogs kind of came down this trail here.
Yeah.
It's pretty steep.
Yeah. And I didn't know the dogs even had a trail down through here until the police dogs followed it all the way to the road.
Wells says he overheard authorities say search dogs followed Summer's scent down the trail to the road before losing it. He painted a vivid picture of a kidnapping, telling me a neighbor likely heard Summer scream.
I think whoever grabbed her probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time she got down through here somewhere, because our neighbor heard a scream, a really funny scream. I think they just carried her to a vehicle and threw her in there and took her somewhere far away from here.
Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has not publicly commented on specifics of the case until now. I asked Sheriff Lawson about Wells' claims. Did dogs follow Summer's scent down the trail to the main road? The sheriff says yes.
The dogs had a pretty good trail, a track for a little while, but then it disappeared. But they lost scent when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different type, where they maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
And did a neighbor hear a scream?
Best I recall, it's been a couple months ago, I think that was unfounded.
Wells tells me the family home on Ben Hill Road is surrounded by drug dealers and buyers.
You get all kinds, with the drug trade, and we've seen quite a bit of stuff surrounding the meth thing. And they've parked our neighbors caught them parked at our road in our driveway in the middle of the night or early in the morning and stuff like that, and run them off, and they get mad and they raise Cain, and we've had quite a bit of problems.
But Sheriff Lawson tells me Wells lives on a quiet street.
I've heard rumors of, there is maybe a drug dealer on that road, but it's just like anywhere. Ben Hill Road is no different than any other roads in Hawkins Co or any other county, as far as even Knox County. We all have drug problems, but no, that's not that problem. That's not correct either.
It's like a hot spot.
No, it's not a hot spot. And it's a dead-end road, so there's very little traffic, if any.
Don Wells says he doesn't know why anyone would take his daughter, but isn't shocked by the disappearance of a child.
There's a lot of missing children.
But Sheriff Lawson says children don't just go missing, especially in Hawkins County.
No, ma'am, we don't have any other missing children.
At Summer's Hilltop home, Wells showed me a refrigerator he says Summer played on.
I don't know what else she did, but what in the world is that?
And we walked to Summer's swing.
This is her favorite.
That's her favorite, yes. She liked to twirl.
Don Wells is pleading for his daughter's return.
Whoever has her will have mercy, and please let her come home.
Sheriff Lawson says investigators remain committed to finding Summer.
Everyone in Summer's case is still a suspect.
And again, that's an exclusive invitation to the Wells home with our Erica Lunsford. It's been nearly 9 months since her disappearance back in June. And since then, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office has continued to maintain that there is no credible evidence to support what the Wells family has said time and time and again, that their daughter was abducted. They're not ruling it out as a possibility, but they're saying that there is not right now credible information leading to that story. If you want to revisit, let me pull up one more time. If you want to revisit the timeline for Summer Wells, again, going on now 9 months since the now 6-year-old, her birthday was last month, now 6-year-old Summer has been missing since Hawkins County. We have a detailed timeline on your WVLT News app and also on WVLT. That's how you can access it. If you just search for this headline here, searching for Summer Wells, that is where you will find that detailed timeline giving us all the information that we have so far on the search for Summer Wells. Today, search crews are finished with their small-scale search of Hawkins County, focusing on detailed areas that were of previous interest. We talked to them today, and crews are telling us that they will be out once again tomorrow. That will be day 3 of this search. And if you're just joining us, this search was not tipped off by any new information. It was just another chance for the rescue crews, search crews, to see if any details surface this time that may not have previously surfaced for one reason or another, whether it be the terrain that changes, of course, as you know, when we change seasons, or if there was just previously a spot that was overlooked that may have new information that surfaces. We do have some other information on a full screen that we prepared for you with her picture, missing 6-year-old Summer Wells. It's been since June 15th of 2021 that she has been missing. They're back in the Beech Creek area searching. They will be out again tomorrow. Today's search is wrapped up. Teams are focusing again on previously identified areas of interest, and that's why they're calling it a small-scale search. It's not the full search that we saw earlier this summer. It's focused on previously identified areas of interest. If you have any credible information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND so crews can follow any tips or leads that you may be able to provide them. However, if they are tips that you've seen on social media, things that you do not think may be credible, they say that is what's bogging down their system, misinformation. So if you have credible information, that's when you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Of course, we will continue to follow this story with any detail that surfaces. We will be letting you know as soon as we get that information.